On one particularly energetic take, the shoe from the fake leg is sent flying off the rooftop into the river below.
Nice. Home run. Action!
During the course of shooting this fight scene, Jackie's been kicked in his stomach, injured his leg, and damaged his knee. He smashed his shin against a metal rail and even sustained a painful injury after falling back onto something as simple as a plastic belt buckle. None of these injuries are apparent from the finished fight, which is evidence that Jackie and his team can still come up with something new and different.
Okay, stand by everyone! Stand by and roll sound! Roll camera! And action! Action car, action car!
So many extravagant vehicle stunts have been performed in Hollywood movies, it takes real imagination to come up with something that hasn't been seen before. For Who Am I?, Jackie and his team come up with a new approach. In this film, cars will flip and spin just like they do. The vehicles needed to accomplish this were supplied thanks to Jackie's special relationship with the Japanese car giant Mitsubishi. 4 identical brand new Mitsubishi sports cars were shipped to South Africa and Holland for Jackie to crash at will. The value of the cars involved didn't prevent the crew from subjecting them to some extreme wear and tear.
Super! Sorry! You okay, Richard? I'm all right. Let's get right behind us. Get us out of here. Push me up!
Ah, Bill.
For one scene, the Dutch car specialists spend 3 hours building a sophisticated ramp to flip a car onto its side. However, the impatient Jackie Chan's stunt team decide to get the shot the old-fashioned way. A stunt driver has to generate enough speed to tip the car on cue, while maintaining enough momentum to take it down the length of the alley. On the first take, the car doesn't reach a speed sufficient to tip it over. On the second, the car goes too fast and crashes, almost hitting one of the cameras. The third time, the car tips on cue, but then gets stuck halfway down the alley. Perhaps surprisingly, no one has been injured. Finally, the car races out on its side and the crew get the shot. What happens next is extra. To continue the action, the car is dragged out on a trolley to allow for a close-up shot showing one of the wheels spinning. Meanwhile, the bad guys decide to abandon their own vehicle and approach on foot. To escape capture, the driver of the car has to get it into the right position for it to right itself. This shot is accomplished with the aid of 20 crew members. As the villains arrive, the car spins round and round to keep them at bay. For this shot, the cameraman is suspended above the car on a wire. Then, a hood-mounted camera captures a close-up of Jackie and his companions inside the spinning vehicle. Finally, the crew manhandle the car into position to allow our heroes to make their getaway. The scene in which a BMW spins down to the ground like a Jackie Chan stuntman is accomplished in 3 stages. First, the car is hoisted on a crane and swung into position at the edge of the roof. A dummy is placed in the driving seat. Sandbags and silver balls are put into position on the specially constructed metal and glass framework below the car to enhance the impact of its descent. 5 cameras are set up to capture the stunt. Once the car is balanced on the edge of the 7-story parking lot, Jackie brings himself and the other actors into the action. It is this human factor that makes the car stunts in his films different from some of the spectacular vehicle stunts seen in many of the other action films from Hong Kong and Hollywood. Rather than just showing a series of car collisions, Jackie places himself and his fellow performers right at the center of the action. Once the dialogue has been shot, the crew make their final preparations to stage the fall itself. This particular car stunt depends on manpower more than horsepower. On the street below, the crew are watched by a crowd of curious onlookers, and a state-of-the-art camera is given primitive protection. The tension mounts. Everyone knows that given that they only have one BMW to wreck, this is a one-take deal.
Welcome to Jackie Chan Stunt Lab. This is one of my laboratory and also the training class. Sometimes when we have a new stunt guy, then I would call my boys or some actress who want to fight, some actor, they don't know how to fight, they want to fight. So here's a good place for them to training. And also sometimes when I'm taking a shower or driving, I suddenly have some idea. I written down, then the next day I will call all my boys come here to training. We write down all the ideas. So in the movie, there's a lot of different technicians, all come from here. And also we have a lot of small things, small equipment here. Later I will show you some other kind of trick, or kind of my Jackie Chan style. Boys, let's get ready.
Now Jackie and his team stage their first demonstration, showing how the same wires that once allowed kung fu fighters to fly are now used to enhance the power of a kick or punch. A thin cord of industrial-strength steel wire is attached to a mesh harness worn by the actor or stuntman preparing to receive the blow. The on-screen effect may be spectacular, but the mechanics behind it remain basic.
Pull is not fast enough. We don't have a machine like American. We just use the manpower. Like this stunt, you have to use 2 stunt guys stand on the ladder. When the action coming, they have to jump and also let go. Let the guy fly and drop down. If they push too hard, the stunt guy becoming a Superman. They have to push the right timing. You see those 2 guys put in the tatami because it saved me landing.